I was really excited because one of the books that I signed out, it talks in depth about your mental wellness, like your health, mental health, but even through a difficult time or maybe a high stakes conversation or something like that, like where it's a time where you might be frustrated, bringing a little humor to it will kind of de-escalate the situation.
Welcome, here we go, baby, ladies and gents, to another episode of the He Said, She Said podcast. I'm your boy, your host, G-Man, and alongside my co-host, beautiful co-host.
Hey, Lady G.
That's right. How you doing, girl?
I'm doing good, but how you doing?
Girl, I'm doing good.
Are you going through, like, something?
So
like...
I decided, right? I was like, let's do this show different. So we are right now in our lanai. Our pool is behind us. Because every time, we talk about our pool, we talk about Miramar pools, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe they need to see the pool.
Yes.
And I was like, and we just got furniture out here.
Yeah.
So I think it just looks right. It's the right moment, because if we would have done it before, there would have been no furniture. And then you guys would have been like, what the hell?
It's definitely a vibe out here. It's a vibe. Yes. And you hear that? You hear that? That's our waterfall. You know what I mean? We got back there. So the ambiance is right. The mood is right.
So if you want something like this, listen, get with Miramar Pools. They got you, believe me. So please make sure you go check them out. They are amazing people, and I'm sure that they're going to get you right. Mm-hmm. And all you got to do is make sure that you check them out in Instagram. Miramar Pools LLC will put the information at the bottom of the screen. So make sure you go ahead and do me a favor and go check them out, all right? Because they're definitely going to put you on point.
And let's talk about the TikTok that we did that is going, like, it's getting a lot of, it's going viral.
Well, it's viral on Facebook for sure.
Because you went ahead and decided it would be a good idea to start charging kids as they were walking in for spring break.
Well, first off, let me go ahead and give you props for that idea. That was your idea.
I didn't think you were going to do that.
Why not? It was your idea.
Okay.
So, she came up with, like, creating, like, funny content when it came to the pool. And one of them was like, oh, why don't you do it so, like, you're charging people to come into the pool to make your money back that you invested on the pool. And I was like, you know what? That's a great idea. So,
so when we saw, like, that good. Brandon was bringing his friends over for the kickoff of spring break, then we kind of, like, looked at each other and we were like, I think they're down. You think they're down?
I was like, you know what? Let's make it happen, because it just seems like it's the right idea right now. So
yes, and it didn't even take that long. It was a quick video.
Yeah, it was good.
It was great.
We have a few of them coming. I am not going to tell you what we're going to do.
Yes,
we have a few of them coming. I'm excited about, but again,
I'm sorry not to interrupt you, but we might be needing alpha medicine in rehab because you hurt your toe jumping in the pool.
Yes, I did.
Or you got thrown in the pool, pushed in the pool.
But, okay, so this is the thing. Well, first off, if you get injured in a car accident, you get with our friends at Alpha Medicine and Rehab. They're going to hook you up, so make sure you go check them out.
Or a work-related accident, right? So sometimes things happen at work, too.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
You give them a call, Alpha Medicine and Rehab. They're going to take care of you. They got, like 29 locations in Florida. So make sure you go check them out, man. We highly recommend them. And tell them that we sent you, or if you need us to introduce to somebody, maybe you're out of state, they could help you out. Just, send me a DM, like, hey, G-Man, I got into a car accident. How can you help me out? And I'll try to, I'll put you in contact with them. So the information's at the bottom of the screen. Now,
back to the toe
accident. So we were having a very fun time on Saturday night. And we were just having some fun, taking some shots, whatever. And me and your sister getting lit. So I was walking by the corner of the pool, and she kind of pushed me, but it wasn't. No. When she pushed me, it wasn't hard.
It was a
just
nudge.
It was a nudge, just enough to
but
catch me off balance. But we all know
you're unbalanced.
Catch me off balance, and I try to get back in balance, and I guess my third toe. The knuckle hit the paver, and when I fell in, it was just hurting, and then I woke up the next day, and it was just like a black and blue toe.
But that was on Saturday. You went to the gym today. You did good. You were fine.
But I have to babysit it because
Yes.
it's still, it still hurts.
Well, I'll
Just
be
doesn't hurt
honest.
us
If I
much.
hear one more thing about this toe, I'm either gonna amputate it or I'm gonna tie it together to the other ones.
Damn. I got it tied. I got the tape, and I got it tied around one of the other toes.
Good. Well, let it stay like that.
But
Because
it
you're
might be all right.
complaining that you can't sleep at night. You're complaining that
Baby,
you can't
it
put
was
pressure on it.
hurting. It was hurting. Like I was saying, like yo, like I'm not complaining, like oh my god, I can't
No,
sleep.
you're not. But
I was just saying,
still.
like yo, like last night it was like hurting when I was, tossing and turning. You know what I mean? So
You look very nice, but like, are you going through something? Like, you going through midlife or something like that? Like, what?
Why?
Why are your buttons undone? Like, ¿qué tú haces? ¿Qué tú quieres? ¿Qué
if
tú
I go
pides?
into the gym, I gotta show my chest.
Ah,
You feel what I'm saying?
what
I
are you
gotta-
doing,
Actually,
Guido?
this is too much. I wasn't supposed to have all of this on.
Yeah, something
It's just-
distracted
just
you when you was
only a
getting
little
dressed.
bit. You.
Well,
'Cause
now
you
that we got
Because
on
you was
nice.
getting undressed. You were getting dressed, so you got me distracted, girl.
Yes,
What's wrong with you?
we should have been in bathing suits out here.
Don't try me. No, we're not. I told you we should do a podcast inside the jacuzzi.
I'm not doing a podcast in
Why
the
am
hot
I gonna get
tub.
into a bathing suit and not even
Yeah, I'm
get
not
in the
doing
jacuzzi?
that. Yeah, I
Why am I
wanted to
gonna do
do
that?
this when the sunset was coming down. You know what I mean? And like you could see the sunset.
I mean, we could, but you won't be able to see the colors and the other stuff that's going on in the background. Like,
Yeah.
you get to appreciate all that
I
good stuff
like
right
it.
now.
I like it.
I think it's very nice,
cute.
and you can get your little, oasis in your house
That's right.
if you get your own little pool.
Your
That's
little paradise. You know what I mean?
Little
So
piece of heaven.
we're in Florida right now. I'm on spring break, and
Yeah.
it seems like you're trying to hijack my spring break, and you trying to be on spring break too,
I can't be. How?
because you're like running this schedule. You took me to Orlando, then you took me to Miami. Last night you had me in downtown Fort Myers. So like, what's going on? You think you off too? You're not working, or you working? You're
It was
on
a
the clock
weekend.
or off the
It
clock?
was a weekend. On Friday, we had to go to Miami. By the way, we had to go visit some friends.
What day?
The Kelly family.
We didn't
Friday.
go to Miami. We went to Orlando.
Orlando.
What
We
part
went
of
to
Orlando was that?
Claremont.
Claremont.
It was in Orlando. It was Claremont.
Yes,
it was
yes.
like around Orlando.
It was
but we
really
was
nice.
with the Kelly family, the Puick family.
So many families.
With so many people, like Justin and Ashley were there.
Oh yes.
You know what I'm
Love
saying?
So
Like,
Real was there.
Yes, the whole Benzo family was there. Like Love So Real was there. Like we had a great time, and it was just great to see everybody come together, man. Laurel Benz was a great individual. Super popular. And does this
So
thing. And the
nice.
great thing about it, bro, like I love to get together with families and people that do content
I know.
because you do feel like the energy of
You
and the
feed off of that
creation-
energy.
The creation, yes, and you
Yes.
come back motivated and say, you know what, I could do this, we could do that because, and it's so great that they take the time to talk to you, and say, we could do this or do that, or next time I'm coming through, I'm coming by your house, let's chill. Like it's just very cool, and it's just like a very tight niche. People when you're a
It's
bunch
a
of
tight
creators.
group. It's a tight group.
It's a tight
And-
group because
and-
everybody's all about helping each other out, and great thing too is like I was talking to Benzo about this. I'm not a person that I get together with families or whatever, and let's do content right away, let's do content. Like if I'm meeting you, I want to feel the vibe. Because I don't want you to feel, especially if you're a person that has a lot of followers, that I'm trying to clout chase. Or let's do a video so people can see that I'm with you, or put me on your page. Like I want it to be organic. And I've always been like that because I
Yeah.
don't want to like be imposing in anybody's place because unfortunately there are people that are like that.
Yeah, you don't know
You know?
what people's intentions are.
Well, there are
But
people like that.
but I know, like, for me as a mom being there, I was just like really taken aback at how everybody was acting with their families, with their kids.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
just like that's really what's most important to
Yeah.
them. From the get go, is family
Yes.
first.
And I love that, when you're around the kids, you see how still the parents are parenting. The kids
And
are behaving. They're respectful. They're
Respectful, the
doing.
kids are.
They're just having fun, and it's like nobody's hitting this person, taking the toy from this person. Like everybody just behaving.
Yes.
And that's just great to see because our kids are grown, so, but we've been through the stage where we had younger kids.
Hey, kudos to me. I came prepared.
Oh, I was about to say.
I made copies of coloring pages.
So okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Before you do that,
Yes.
let me just, say how wonderful how great, detailed, oriented you were. You knew that there were gonna be kids over there.
Well, I counted in my head. I was like, there's going to be like 10 to 12 kids there.
Yeah. So what did you do? You went and got.
I grabbed a couple of, I was at the school that I teach at, although I teach adult students.
Yeah.
It was St. Patty's Day weekend. So I made copies of some coloring sheets that I had at the job. Because even as a cosmetologist, we like to be creative. We like to color. There's nothing like cracking open a new pack of crayons and
smell good.
smelling them.
Crayons smell amazing.
Hey, on a side note, don't judge me. Eating Play-Doh is salty. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what?
Yeah.
You ate Play-Doh?
Yeah. When
No,
I
you
was in
did not.
kindergarten,
You
I
ate
ate Play-Doh.
Play-Doh?
I tasted it.
Okay, that is not good.
I was like,
No, I smell Play-Doh. Play-Doh smells
No.
amazing, but tasting it,
but
yeah, you're
anyway,
crazy. Yeah, I
moving on.
I knew something was wrong with you.
the chemicals, you know what I mean?
They're in
That
your
red
brain.
dye got to me. That's why it's banned now.
Yeah.
So anyway, I brought plenty of crayons, and I said I waited like 20 minutes when I got there, and I was like, hey, by the way, when you guys are done swimming and you're tired and you want to relax, Titi brought some crayons and some colored papers, and they'll be waiting for you here at the table. So then they went upstairs playing. A couple of minutes later, I set it up on the table. Next thing I know, I look over, even adults were coloring.
That's it.
I said, babe, look.
That's it. Yeah, you did.
what
You
I
showed me that.
done
Look
did.
what I did. I put
And
everybody
now-
on a vibe right
And now what did you do? You brought a whole tray of arroz con gandules, had people with a cup full of arroz con gandules.
That's right.
But here you and your miscommunication,
Damn. Why?
as always,
Why?
don't be asking questions.
You're right.
You thought that the rice was gonna be for like 1, 2, maybe 3 people.
So, because Mundo is Puerto
I
Rican.
love how you trying to defend yourself.
I'm not trying to. He said, yo, can you do me a favor? Can you bring arroz con gandules? So I thought, I was like, okay, Mundo's Puerto Rican.
And where were we invited to go to? What was the theme?
It was a barbecue. It was a bunch of.
Thank you.
Correct. So I just thought that it was one person
One person at the barbecue.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
One person
He's
there.
Puerto Rican, bro. He wants some arroz con gandules. Probably why it doesn't make arroz con
This
gandules.
dude, he
wants
built
arroz con gandules,
different.
and we actually made it. And then I said, bro, arroz con gandules is coming your way. And then he said,
hold on.
What?
Not
babe?
to interject, because I know how you get. We were eating a lunch together during my lunch break, and I said, do you want to like just confirm for how many people this rice is for?
Correct. And then I but the way that I texted, I brought the information. I was like, yo, arroz con gandules is on the way. And he goes, we appreciate you so much, or something like that. So when he said we, I said, oh, damn. I said, let me ask you a question, bro. How many people are going to be over there that go eat arroz con gandules? He said, about 20 of us. I'm like, yeah. So then
I gotta get to work. I
had to call my niece. She made some
I
banging arroz con
said,
gandules.
sis, can you tap in? She said, what y'all need? I said, I got the fresh gandules. I got the sofrito. I just need you to make the rice. And so she was like, I got everything. I don't need anything.
Yeah.
Y'all could just
That's
pick
all right.
it up right before 4 p.m.
And she made it happen.
Yes. And was I being timed? Because we got out the house by 3:30, right? We hit the road on time.
No, we were on time. We got there right at 7:30. We had a great time with everybody.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
So we had a great time.
Everywhere we go, we have a great time. I mean, we enjoy being around other people. We enjoy just meeting new people.
We enjoy hosting. Well, that's the thing
and
about
cultivating friendships. When you know that that somebody's near us or we're near them, you take the opportunity right away to connect, you know.
Yeah.
So with the Kelly family, like we always make
I think
make
it's
time
just
for them.
in me, right? Because being a radio personality
Yes.
and being like out and about with the community and stuff
Yeah.
like that, you kind of, that's just my personality. I love to talk to people. I love to find out how you doing. Like it's just in my nature
And
to
hey,
help and all of that stuff.
if it's
so,
not in person, you're gonna do it through a FaceTime call. You're gonna do it through a phone call.
yeah,
It's gonna happen.
I'm good at catching up with people
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, this is why I love doing the influencing. Like I love being able to create videos, make people laugh. It's part of who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because
It
I was
is.
a kid, I was always into theater and plays and stuff like that. So it was something that I always loved to do. Love to entertain.
Yeah.
And we have parties in our house. We entertain people on Friday nights here. So it's just part of who we are. So to us, it just comes easy.
Yeah. It
You know?
does.
Then on Saturday, this is when we were here having a little pool party. We have family and friends
We went out in the
over.
morning, and you and I took off and went and got some stuff to put on the grill, some snacks.
Hey, boy, well, you gotta try to get detailed. It doesn't matter. Like we went and got burgers, right? We got burgers. We got hot dogs.
No, we didn't get the hot dog.
We had people over for a
Yes.
pool party
Yes, we did.
that night, and then the next day, it was crazy because we was drinking, and she was like, maybe he's not going to Miami on Sunday. We got invited to go to Eva Longoria's movie, which is Alexander and the Travel Horrible Road Trip.
Yeah.
It's a long name.
Yep.
And we went there for the red carpet. We got we was able to walk the red
Yes.
carpet.
That was at the AMC Theater in Miami. It was a lot of
And
fun.
it was at the Sunset, and
Yeah.
we had a great time, and the movie was amazing. I'm very shocked because this is her second movie in a row that I've watched. Right, the first was one of Flaming Hot Cheetos
Yes.
that Bryce was
Was
on
that
from
2
TikTok.
years already or a year ago?
That came out
Yeah.
maybe about 2 years.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah. And then this one, it was the same main actor, the guy, but it
Yeah.
was this movie, Alexander and the Horrible whatever. And it was funny, bro.
That movie had
It
me
was
going
hilarious.
from beginning to end. It was so funny.
Anybody enjoyed it in the movie theater?
Yeah.
I think she had 3 theaters. She was it was
I
like
believe
3
so.
theaters happening. You know what I'm saying? But it was so great to see. And she came out, she talked, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. We met the director.
Yeah. Took a
And
picture with
took a
him. He
picture
was
with
really
him.
friendly and nice.
And it was just very, very good to go. So it was crazy because we drove there, came back the same day. We had driven to Orlando or Claremont and came back the same day. It was nuts. We did well. I did a lot of driving. I'm nuts.
But you did all that driving with a messed up toe, and you made sure that we all knew about
well.
it.
Sunday, yes.
Yeah,
Sunday, yes.
I know all about it.
What do you mean? I know, but wait, because it was hurting. Damn, it's like I can't tell you. I can't fake it because anyway.
Just text it to me.
But I'm okay now, girl. I'm all right now. So
Yeah.
crazy weekend. Then we went to St. Patty's yesterday.
Oh yes, and we missed all the action because I guess a lot of people did St. Patty's Day on Friday, Saturday,
and Sunday.
and Sunday was a block party in downtown.
Yeah.
So we kind of missed it. So we didn't try the green beer. Our
no,
daughter,
it was kind of dead.
our daughter said not to do it. She's like, Dad, I don't want you to get the green tea. She's like, don't
well,
do
not
it.
green tea, green beer. She's like, it will
Well, she
stain your
said-
teeth.
Oh.
She said it will stain your teeth, but I don't. She's
Green.
like, I don't know if that makes. Yeah, I don't think that's right.
Oh,
I don't
you
think
don't?
That's, no, I don't
Oh,
think
that's
a
what
thing.
made me stop from getting it. If not, I would have gotten it.
I don't think that's a thing. Nobody was serving green beer.
No.
No, the only place was Soho, but when we went there, it was super empty. So we left and
Empty.
went to Cabo Up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was chilly out. I was cold.
Well, it was windy.
Yes, breezy, windy.
It was windy. Well, it's
and
been windy here for a few
my
days
headband
now.
kept flying off. But we put a little vlog together. That was cute.
Yeah, so we started getting more into vlogging, again. We used to do this a long time ago. So let me tell you something real quick. If you want to know, see the SWAGmodovars when we started, You got to go through our YouTube and go through the like years ago. Maybe it was like 2015.
It was 2018, 2019.
No, that we were vlogging.
It was before that. It was before that.
Yeah, it was a
Because
long time
then
ago.
Aracelis left and we continued vlogging with her.
Correct.
And she left in
It was we stopped
2018.
because of your dad's passing. That's when
Yeah,
we
that was
stopped.
2019.
So that was 2019. So everything was like 2017, 2018, or something around
Yeah, it
there.
was after we moved here to this house.
Yeah. And we were like doing vlogs every week. We were coming up with a new vlog, and it was
Yeah.
like for like a year.
Yeah.
For like a year, we were doing like, I think it was like 8 seasons. I was calling them seasons because it was so many. It was like 10 episodes each season or something like that.
And I know I'm still
Crazy.
getting on Instagram and on Facebook, I'm still getting a lot of comments like, Lady G, you know, you've been maintaining your weight and looking really good. What is your secret? What are you doing? So I'll kind of let them know that I do limit carbs and my sugar intake, but that my journey is posted on SWAGmodovars YouTube channel. So that way they know about that. They can find it there.
Yeah, that's great. How you just made a whole left turn. Go check out our oldest Swag with Over videos from years and years and years
He doesn't
ago.
know the year, but it's years ago, at least 10 years ago.
That's not 10 years ago. Can't be 10 years ago. If it was 2016, 2017.
Oh, what year are we on now?
2025.
So how many years is that?
Like 8?
So you're going to argue over 2 years?
Yes. I'm going to argue over
8
2
years ago, guys.
Okay, how
There
long
you
we been
have
married?
it. 8 years ago.
How long we been married?
26.
Okay, would I say 30?
No, you're not going to round up.
Well, that's what you're trying to do. Basically, round up 2 years.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, so we started doing the vlogs now. So now we went to Best Buy, got some stuff for the camera, and again, going back to when we was in Claremont, when we were chilling with the other families, with Laurel Benz and everybody else, they had like cameras souped up with these microphones. So then I was asking questions.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know that we started to do vlogs, and I've been wanting to use our new cameras. So then I was like, you know what? Let's go to Best Buy. Let's go check out what they have. And we was able to find a microphone and a stand and all that stuff. So the one that we used for the St. Patty's Day, or our St. Patty's Day vlog, we did it with that equipment,
Yeah, big difference.
right?
Yeah, I like
It
it.
looks good. Because I mean, I do feel like
Sounds
if
good.
you were starting to do vlogging, right? Let's say that you're a person who's like, maybe I want to vlog. Don't go and buy cameras right away. Use your phone, do it, see if something that you really want to do, because it takes time to do. You have to be very dedicated to doing that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like, you have to like, do I really want? Because then you have to edit. And some people, instead of spending so much money on cameras, use your phone. It does great footage. And if this is that you can see yourself something that you want to do, because I could do the work. I know how to edit, or I learned how to do this and do that. So then you can upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
it costs
start wherever
it costs
you're
money.
at, and then from
Yeah,
there, figure
start
it
from
out.
there. But because this is something that we do, then I'll say, you know what? We can make the investment in it, because it's just going to help our look and help what we do. I'm just trying to have you hold the camera, because I've got all this stuff, and I was like, I don't want to hold that. But you have to.
Yeah.
You said, I'm going to get to know the camera because I want to take pictures. I'm going to take a photo class.
Now I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Too many buttons. I don't know what
But
I'm
it's
doing.
it's really easy though. Like, it's the great thing about these cameras now. They're very automatic. So like it'll
Self-adjusting.
adjust itself according to your surroundings. If you want to have more of a professional look, then there's things in the camera that lets you do that. But you have to now research and know the manual part of it, which is a beginner person can use these cameras and then get used to it. And then if they want to take it up a notch, they can do that.
Yeah, they could do that too.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
Are you missing your job or what?
No, I'm good.
You're good? She's like, I'm working on myself. What you said? I'm not on the computer.
Yeah, it's like I'm working on my quality time and enjoying myself, catching up on my reading and watching some shows that I have that I want to watch.
She went to the library, came back with like 50 books.
They said I could sign them out.
How many you can sign at once?
50.
50?
Yeah.
Like who would? I mean, how many books you? Which, by the way, I'm gonna give you a props. You like to read.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a reader. I think I want to get into reading. I just have to find like
something interesting.
Something interesting and start with something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got to do that because I do want to feel like you know, reading is important because it'll just open
30 minutes of reading a day.
Yeah.
Is what I'm recommending to you. So
30
2
minutes.
weeks.
You gonna recommend it to me too? 30 minutes a day?
Yeah, I'm sure you'll do it. You'll do it.
Yeah.
It might not be a book, but you're gonna read something. Like
Well, I
you'll
just
read
wanna be able to
articles and things like that.
Well, I want to be able to like read things,
Oh.
like you know, so like get a book and read.
Learn about something.
Yeah, just like expand my knowledge because there's things that I like, but I feel like I could really expand my mind into that stuff.
Well, I'm like lately I'm into like the Kindle. I'm into audiobooks. So I went on my phone and I have the library card on my audio, like the audio app
Okay.
for the library card. And when I tried to borrow a book from the library and hear the audio, it said that my library card had been expired.
Wait. Okay. Hold on. Explain that again. So you have a library
An
card.
app
You have an app.
for the library.
Got it.
And I can borrow books and I can hear the
books.
audio.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know
Right?
that you could do that.
Yeah.
Usually people gotta download and then you gotta buy the audiobook. So if you go, that's
No, I could borrow
interesting.
it. I could borrow if it's available. I could borrow it. If not, then they'll let me know when it becomes available.
But if you find audiobooks, you could just listen to them.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't
So
know that.
I went to do that in February, and they said, "Oh, your library card has expired." I didn't realize that every 2 years they expire. So I went over there and I renewed it, and while
You
I
don't pay for
renewed
that?
it,
That's just
no.
public, right?
So then when I renewed it, I went to walked around and I selected 5 books that I wanted to
Audiobook?
read. Not
Oh,
audio.
okay, the books that you want to rent out
Yeah.
or
And
have.
you saw me in action today.
Listen, I said so. We're going to where were we going to the gym? She brings this book to the car. I'm like, we're driving, and I
It's
didn't say
like
nothing.
this big.
It's a big, thick ass book. I said, you know, I didn't say nothing. In my head, I'm like, why is she bringing a
Yeah.
book? Like, we're going to the gym. And she's literally in the car like this. I'm like, are you reading that fast? And she's like, well, you said I just skimmed through it.
I was like, I'm skimming through it because I already know of this topic. So
Got
I
it.
already know, about what they're talking about. So I'm trying to get to something that's of interest to me that I don't know
Got
about.
it. Okay.
Because I got the book for a reason. So I was like, I wanted to know about
Yeah.
certain things. So.
Yes, yeah. But I do gotta get into. I gotta read books. I really want to try. I have to go to the library.
Well, I
So
was
I'm gonna-
really
I'm
encouraged.
gonna commit myself to go
You're
and
gonna
get my
commit
card.
yourself. Okay.
Yes, and go through.
Take your
and
son
find.
with you too. You and him.
He got.
Because I already got my daughter doing a whole reading wall. And she got a whole shelf
She's a
going
reader,
on.
bro. She's a reader too. She's just like you. She loves reading books.
Yeah, she does.
That's crazy.
We like the same books too. But anyway, I was really excited because one of the books that I signed out, it talks in depth about your mental wellness, like your health, mental health, and how meditation and like positivity plays a big role in that. It also talks about how bringing humor into your relationship. Yes, we all know that there's a time and place for humor, right?
Mm-hmm.
But even through a difficult time or maybe a high stakes conversation or something like that, like where it's a time where you might be frustrated, bringing a little humor to it will kind of de-escalate the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So humor is a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, but I do feel like, you really have to have a balance with anything to
Yeah.
so you could mentally you could be kind of just, I guess, sound or just in control. Because I find I
So
love
you get, I
meditation.
call it resilience, so that you could have that bounce back. Like I try to teach my students about it, and I'm like, you have to have that. Think of yourself like a rubber band. Like you need to be able to snap back. You know what I mean? Because you can't let life just kind of throw you around all over the place emotionally.
Yeah.
Like you have to
But
be
you
able
have
to
to
kind of
have-
like go with, and you can't be like real high up, and then
Well,
that
that's the thing.
deep.
The problem is you have to be specific with the things that you let in. Somebody can
Things
say
that you let
things,
affect you.
yeah.
And
so
let
you
in,
can
yeah.
listen to things, but don't let those things affect you. You have to be in control of that, and
Yes.
you can be in control of that.
Yeah.
The challenge is that we have lost. I feel like we have lost control because people let things affect them too easy.
And for too long of a time.
Yes,
Too
because
long. Like they
they're
let
too-
it simmer.
Well,
Like
they're
don't
too
let things
invested
simmer.
they're invested in things that, like for instance, politics. Politics can have its place, but when you let politics dictate your actions, then there's a problem,
Yes.
right? Because it can be very divisive, and it can be the same thing with religion. It's fine if you want to be a certain, but if you all of a sudden stop hanging out with family because of the religion, or pushing away friends and relationships that they can be healthy, but because, let's say in religion, if they don't follow your religion, you can't chill with them, then that, like if you let that be a thing, it could ruin you mentally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's you have to be in control of things. You know what I'm saying? Not everything, right? But just like you said, be able to be present, be able to be like a rubber band where you can just like be sharp and snap or whatever it is, and just have control of your life and what if you want to affect you or not.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you want. So
Of course.
yeah, but it's good to meditate
It is.
and to have control and all of that stuff.
And to have balance. And
Yeah.
to have balance. And I feel like that's what I made sure to make this spring break about, is to just kind of reset. I know I've probably said it before, but for this time, it's something that I'm really doing intentionally.
It's a goal, yeah. You really are trying.
I'm
to,
going out of my way to do it. You know what I mean? And I've had fun, and I also hope to relax and to be able to enjoy those around me
Yeah,
at the same time. So
yeah. Today, I mean, you was in the kitchen. You was baking. You really
I made
like,
it quiche.
Yeah, you were taking
made
time
a
to do that. Like, oh,
keto
she's
quiche.
throwing down.
Yes, and I think that I'm to the point where maybe I'm gonna give it a try when I finish this podcast, because
Wait. What you said?
I think I'm gonna give it a try.
Why are you leaving me out?
Or you could try it. I mean, I
wanna
don't know if
try
you
it.
want to, but
Why wouldn't I try
so
something that you cooked?
I
You're a
know.
great cook.
So when I in 2007 I had my baby shower for Brandon. You probably don't remember this, but the salon that I worked at and I managed it, they threw a baby shower for me. And in that baby shower, there was a farm in Connecticut called Buckingham Farm. They went and they did handmade quiches for this baby shower. And it was amazing. And I'm not one that I grew up around quiches, but like a quiche well made is like, it just has a special meaning to me because it reminds me of my baby shower.
First off, what's a quiche?
It's like an egg custard with whatever toppings you put inside
Got
of
it.
it.
Okay.
It's something that you would eat for brunch. It could be breakfast or it could be lunch, but it's a little bit more like on a higher scale. A lot
Yeah.
of people for keto do crustless quiche. I took it a step further and I found a recipe for a quiche with a keto crust. I just can't wait to try it.
There's things out there you could try.
Yeah,
And
that's
you know
what I take any recipe that I like and that I
Yeah.
enjoy,
And you find
and I
a
put
healthier
keto.
version.
No, I put keto in front of it, and then that's it. And
But-
you
but-
can
but-
even
but-
do that on Chat
Well,
GPT.
that's what I'm
you
saying.
could do it on
you
YouTube.
find a healthy version of it to
Yep.
make.
Yep.
That's keto friendly.
And then I go ahead and I make it.
So get it. Then you ready to go and have this quiche?
Let's do it.
You ready?
Join me.
I will join you in this venture.
Okay. Don't criticize my quiche.
I won't.
Or you will hurt my feelings.
I will not criticize it.
Okay, don't. Say you like it. Say you want it again.
I always want it. You already know I always. That is not a question that you don't ask a man. Every woman knows this. Don't ask a man.
Yes.
You know then.
Say you want it again and say you liked it.
We always like it.
Are we still talking about quiche?
Yes. It's a cluster. All right, so we out of here. Thanks so much for tuning in to the He Said, She Said podcast.
Y'all.
And we'll check you out on next one. Hope you guys got like this view. Let us know. Peace.
Bye.